Hello my friends, I'll do this second attempt to broadcast. Okay. What am I doing? I'm simply trying to broadcast live. Okay. Yes, to broadcast something. What I had some troubles with sunflower, so I had to restart my Mac, my MacBook. So I now want to go here to Logic and see if you listen something. Let's go. Okay. Perfect. I think now you can listen to me, baby. I think you can listen to this streaming very well. I'm happy with that. Okay. Let me explain you what's going on. Hello to the one person who is here. I don't know who is it. Please write in the chat who you are if you can, if you want. But this is an attempt to show you something I learned in the past days about Celtic music, because I was told to make a track in the Celtic style. So there are the counters over there of Twitch and YouTube. Now I am only broadcasting to YouTube, so YouTube lovers, I'm with you. I'm Logic. I'm a Logic fan, so we have Logic over there. All right, this is what I'm starting to do. To sound Celtic, first of all, I suggest you to go and Google for some, sorry about the cough, some tutorials, and but not music tutorial, something that will explain you the Celtic culture. I've seen a lot of them, and I can proudly say I'm a big fan of Celtic culture. They are so linked to nature. It's it's a very good experience and travel, a mind travel. So this is a, sketch of some tracks I want to fulfill and complete, but as you can see, I started it all by selecting from the library some Celtic instruments. You type Celtic and you got some typical Celtic instrument. Or you type Celtic or you type Irish. I did both. And you've got some instrument. It's very funny and pleasant to notice that many classical instruments have their Celtic variants. As the harp, we have a Celtic harp. The Irish fiddle, I think, is a particular kind of violin. And the Highland bagpipe. In reality, I guess there's a specific type of bagpipe in Celtic culture or Irish bagpipe. I have to check. But yes, I will say to you anyway that okay, I will study more about instrumentation of Celtic music. But making some researches, I noticed some elements. Back to the webcam. Okay. Still one person here. Very proud of it. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but you are in the right place. So, some elements of Celtic music is very beautiful, very evocative, but technically speaking, I'm discovering some characteristic of it. One characteristic is many instruments are played in unison, so they are many different instruments are playing the same note at the same time. A very strange kind of harmony, but is very powerful. So I watched some video in which the violin played together with the flute, and so you get a very a very particular sound, very rich, very harmonically rich. And then you have a strong rhythmic part, very ancestral, very you think about the past, listening to the Celtic music and knowing the Celtic culture. Celtic people were from the past history of Europe. They, as we know, lived in the north of Europe, and yes, you think about something very old when you listen to this beautiful music, very linked to nature and passion and proud, something about war. This I don't like it, but it's like that. So you can use some type of scale and modes, not every mode. I saw the most used modes are Mixolydian and Aeolian, but also Mixolydian and Ionian. Aeolian is yes, I guess it's used also Aeolian and Dorian. Yes, 4 scale, 2 major, 2 minor. Aeolian and Dorian minor, the minor ones. Ionian and Mixolydian, the major ones. So they are a bit happier. You can, yes, you can say if you want an happier flavor, use that scales. Another characteristic of Celtic music is it has a great sense of rhythm, and sometimes is quite frantic as musical style. So there is a problem for both instruments. The player has to have short pause in his playing, so it's very difficult if you play a bow instrument. Sorry for my English, I'm an Italian guy, I'm trying to my best to accommodate it, but I hope I will learn English one day with your help. So I put in music a sketch I have to complete. This is only the starting point, but I think it starts to sound only a bit Celtic. So I made a simple melody with violin. As I told you 1 minute ago, I replicated it to another instrument, a bagpipe. The key is G major, but in more depth I can say to you that I want to use the Mixolydian mode, so the G Mixolydian mode for it, because I want to study this mode. The Mixolydian mode is similar to Ionian mode. It's, as you already know, a major mode. So the third degree is major, so is an happy mode, but is slightly different from Ionian mode because the 7th degree is flat. So you have a different sound, and if you build the chord over the 5th degree, you get a minor 5 chord. So you can go from 1 to 5, but the 5 is minor. So there is a trade-off on moods, not only happy, but a bit sad if you change chords. Okay, very interesting, I think. So let's go for a moment to the logic project I made. Okay, all right. So you can see some rhythmic parts I decided to split in two. The first part is something low. I will fix it changing the instrument. For the moment I'm using a bendier, but I have to inspect and study much better percussion in Celtic culture. But for now it's enough. I want a beat, a solid beat to work on in 4/4 time signature. It could be very interesting to use 6/8 signature, but for the moment keep it simple. Now I add a bit more of interest by adding another layer, but for now I'd like to stop adding elements to the rhythmic part. Another layer, but for now it's enough. If we go down, this is the important thing. No, let's add the bass first. The bass is playing the root, the fifth, and the root. So the root is G. The fifth is D. So it continuously go from root, fifth, and the root above, and an octave higher. Very simple. I want to keep very simple. And here is a funny thing. If we start again, I'll add something new. I'll add the Irish fiddle. I think now you can start feel the Celticness of this song. 4 bars and 1 bar of variation in loop. Another important element of Celtic music is the repetition. It's frantic, the rhythm, and quite repetitive. But obviously this is only the starting point. I will develop this tune, but I want from the start to get it with the right mood and the right Celtic feeling. I'm trying. Let's go backward because I want to introduce the Celtic flute and the bagpipe. As I told you, you can listen and feel the unison sound, and this is important thing. To the bagpipe I added the drones. So, what do you think? Okay. I'm very happy with this. This is only the beginning. But, yes, I want to get it from day one. Celtic feeling. So, to make a short recap, Celtic music, ancestral, very beautiful, very linked to nature. Sometimes it reminds of war. I don't like it, but very evocative. With concern of harmony, you have many instruments playing at unison. You have frantic rhythm, and sometimes you use drone in bagpipes. Also, there are 4 modes used, most. 2 major, 2 minor. The major one are the Ionian, Mixolydian. The minor one, the Dorian and the Aeolian. Yes, I think it's enough for now. I'm very happy with this. I will continue to develop this song. It was requested to me, and if you are an Irish guy or Scottish, sorry, I'm not. I'm Italian. I'm trying to learn your culture now, but a big